Greetings to everybody from Dementis, and welcome to Let's Review. This is a portion of the show where I am going to review the game I just played, in this case, Pokemon Snap. Pokemon Snap is short. I managed to beat it twice in 5 hours, and that was with an hour's break in between to settle down from having lost all the footage the first time around. So it's definitely a short game. How long? But that, of course, I've played it several times. How long would it take a newbie? I'd guess around 5 hours. It's really not a long game, but it is an enjoyable one. As I stated during the Let's Play, I don't think that there is a game like it. It is a very original concept, a rail photography game. And that sounds like it would be unbelievably boring, but it's not. It's actually very fun. I actually find it more enjoyable than the Pokemon Stadium games. Or, dare I say, even Pokemon in general. I actually really do enjoy the photography sense. I do have one gripe about it, though, would be the scoring. As I made mention several times through, I don't even bother with the scoring because it is so horrifically unfair, the score system in that game. Such as, I believe Shelder, I managed to get a size of 240 and it passed. Charizard, who is big as it is, I got a size of 520 and it failed. Explain that one to me. So the scoring, in my opinion, sucks. As for the Pokemon, there's not really a huge range of Pokemon. You only get 63 out of the 151 there were at the time. Not counting signs, of course. So you are certainly limited on the amount of Pokemon you can actually catch on film in this game. Graphics, I would actually put at the higher end of the N64 library because it looks really good. Not just the Pokemon, I'm sure you got Chansey, who's a giant ball anyway. But, Vulpix actually looks great. Every single tail easy to identify. Magmar, even Cloyster and Slowbro's weird tail thing, whatever that is, they all look really, really good. It doesn't look like a mishmash of polygons like Smash Brothers, which literally had fighting polygons. It is... So yeah, it certainly is on the higher end of the N64 library in terms of graphics. In terms of music, because I am a huge fan of music in anything, period. I only wish today's music were actually good. But the music in it certainly has some very catchy tunes, some very peaceful tunes, very campy tunes. It's not like hardcore, something that's going to get your heart pumping, get the picture, except for Rainbow Cloud, which actually does the heart pumping for you, literally. You can actually hear the heartbeat in the music. It is actually one that a lot of people actually remix the music from. I was surprised to find this, that especially Valley, dear God, the music from Valley gets remixed so many times. And I honestly don't know why. It's I'll place it maybe 4th greatest song from the game. Top 3, I'd probably have to say, would be Cave, Tunnel, and I guess I'd go Beach. Yeah, Beach. Because Beach has that beginner's sort of very peaceful, just glide along and play. Cave just has a very sort of, it captures the environment well. The music from Cave certainly captures the environment very well, in the sense that it feels a lot of like Crystal Caves from Donkey Kong 64, which I'll get into that at some other point, but no, so music is awesome. Unfortunately, there's not a whole lot. Like, I think you got Oak's Lab, Core Select, Beach, Tunnel, Volcano, River, Cave, Valley, and Rainbow Cloud. That's only 9 songs. Oh, and credit music, so 10 songs in total. That's not a huge library of music. But again, it is a short game, so why make a bunch of music for a small game such as this? Replay value, the only reason I played it twice in one day was because I needed to get the footage all over again. In terms of playing again, I wouldn't really play it right now. Maybe if in a month or so. Like, it doesn't take, because it is a short game, it doesn't take forever to come back. Like, take a Zelda game like Twilight Princess. If you were to play all through that, complete it 100%, like I have, that takes a long time. It'll take you probably a year to finally come back to it. A game as short as this, however, you're probably going to find yourself coming back to it if you enjoy it. Probably once every few months. When I think about it, it's been a few months since I played it, so maybe about half a year tops. So the replay value is actually fairly decent. And trying to see how many better pictures you can get. Not to mention that high score, if you are one who actually cares about scores in video games in this day and age, when getting high score on an Atari game is long since dead, then you will want to replay this game over and over, try and get, especially with the challenge scores after you capture Mew. That is a lot to do, because those scores are just so mammoth in size. Like, I think they're 25 million, 2.5 million, something like that. I don't know, they're just unbelievably outrageous scores that if you're one who likes going for the high score in games, then have fun. Again, I don't care about scores, but if you do, go for it. I think that's pretty much all bases covered, so Pokemon Snap, overall, it is a game I would recommend. Like, especially if you've never played it. Like, if you've never played the game, then you missed out on a childhood. Again, it's a short game, but it is enjoyable. One that, if you grew up in the Nintendo 64 era, you should have played. You should have rented it from the video store and played it, because it is an enjoyable game, at least to play at least one time. You have to play it at least once, because it is, again, it's an experience. It's not one that there are many in the genre, if any, besides this. Because a rail photography game, yeah, you got rail shooters up the butt, because there are just so many shooter games out there. Rail shooters are in there amongst them. Rail photography games, however, you don't really have any besides this. It is a one-of-a-kind game. Like, it is the only kind that I've ever seen. So yeah. Pokemon Snap, I would definitely recommend it. If I had to give it a score, I'd probably say about an 8.3. It's not a spectacular game, but it is one that is definitely enjoyable and worth playing for at least the experience or the music, because the music is very soothing. So, yeah, this has been Dementis. That is my review of Pokemon Snap. I will see you guys next time. As always, thank you for watching, and have a nice day.